Like all little boys, Daren loved guns. He loved to pretend he was getting bad guys. He would point at imaginary people, and sometimes
Daren,
real
what can I
ones
tell
too.
you? Don't point that gun at people.
One day, Daren learned two important lessons. It used to be that Jehovah's faithful men and women sometimes were chosen to get rid of his enemies, like when Judge Ehud killed the king Eglon. Judge Ehud lived at a time when enemy nations were making Jehovah's people pay heavy taxes. So Jehovah sent a faithful judge named Ehud to get rid of a bad king. What Judge Ehud did wasn't wrong. He did the will of Jehovah, and it was very brave. But when Jesus came to earth, a new way began, a way of peace. Jesus' followers learned that a slave of Jehovah would not need to fight. And Jesus taught that those who lived by the sword would die by the sword. The night Jesus taught this, he was in the garden with his closest friends, and he was about to be arrested. Peter thought he should fight for his master and friend. After all, Jesus was no criminal. Peter reached out with his sword and almost cut a man named Malchus's head off. But Jesus stopped Peter and healed Malchus, who had lost an ear to Peter's sword. Jesus taught Peter a new way, to leave things in Jehovah's hands. Peter was sorry. He put his sword back, and he never used it again. So what would Daren do? Well, what would you do? He decided to throw away his toy guns and try to learn to trust Jehovah as the one who would one day get rid of all the bad guys for good.